Hey y'all. Um, I'm getting ready to go to bed. As you can see, I'm just for bed. Um, but I wanted to stop in and drop this on you guys. Today was a very busy day for me. I had a travel business opportunity meeting that I wanted to attend, but then again, I didn't want to attend. I didn't like the way that I thought about that. I had mixed feelings about that. And I didn't like that because, number one, I know that my business partners are from all over the world. But those who are in my area, I want to support them as much as I can. It has nothing to do with whether or not we agree on everything or we jam on this or we jam on it. It has nothing to do with that. I want to support them because they are my brothers and my sisters in success. And I want to support them when I can. So I went. But at the same time, I also had another commitment because I go to the prison every other Saturday. And this was a Saturday for me to go to the prison. So I was like, when I found out about the opportunity meeting and realized that it was on the same day that I had to go to the prison, I was like, man, that means I'm gonna have to get up real early because the opportunity business meeting registration starts at 9. Presentation starts at 10, and it usually, by the time everything's over with, it's probably about 12, 12:30, something like that. I have to be at the prison for 1 o'clock. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go because I want to support my sisters and my brothers in success. So I got up, did what I needed to do today, and I went. And then, of course, I went um, to the prison. And as I was, riding by myself, and I was thinking, I was just thanking the Lord, that I was able to get up. Because on Saturday, y'all, I don't work for nobody, okay? So on Saturday, I really I go all out for me when it comes down to relaxation and restoration and just chilling. I do. I go all out for me. So when when I got out of the meeting this morning, and I enjoyed it, I really did. And my girl, um, Miss Victor, she did an awesome job. I'm proud of her. I really am. But anyway, um, I was able to wash my vehicle, through the car wash, whatever thing they had over there that I was able to utilize. And then I was able to come home. Because I had to use the bathroom. Yeah, I had to urinate. I don't like urinating everywhere. No, I don't like to go everywhere else, to do what I need to do. So anyway, came home and urinated, and got back in the vehicle, and got on over to the prison, so I could do what I was called to do. So as I was going to the prison, I was talking to the Lord about the travel business. I was talking to him about how I'm so thankful and so grateful that I paid attention to the person that came to me with an opportunity at a time in my life that I did not know what I was going to do. I did not. In 2017, January, I had just got word from my doctor that she was not going to allow me to go back to work because of the condition of my knees. I had been bone on bone for years, Um, but it never bothered me. But this particular morning, and I think that was like 39, 38, something like that. I had been diagnosed with bone on bone in both of my knees, but it never bothered me. Never. I never had any pain, never had any difficulties, never had anything. So, fast forward to January the 27th of 2017, I got up to go to work. I couldn't put any pressure on my right leg when I decided to, when I was trying to get up to get out the bed. Every time I tried to press on the floor, with my foot, it hurt. I mean, it was a very noticeable, excruciating type of pain. So I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. And I would sit back down, then I would get up, then I would sit back down, and then I would get up because I'm trying to go to work. I got to go to work. So I did that for like 5 or 6 times. I'm like, oh man, I don't know what's going on. So I called one of my boys and I told him, I said, hey, look, I'm going to, call my doctor to see, if I can get in there and, see if they can see me today because something ain't right. So I was able to do that. My son brought me to my doctor and she did the x-ray, came back. She was a little leery about the x-ray. So she said, Ms. Morrison, I'm sitting across the street. So you could do MRI. And I said, okay. So we did that. She said that. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you this slip. You get to your job because I'm not letting you go back to work until we find out exactly what's going on. So no problem. We good. All right. So next day, nothing because I was off, right? And I had, my excuse for being off. Then the next day, the nurse called. She said, Ms. Marshall needs to come in. So I went in and my doctor tells me, Ms. Marshall, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm like, you're not going to be able to do what? I'm not going to be able to let you go back to work. And I'm like, what's happening? She said, you've been bone on bone in both legs for, quite some time. I said, yeah. She said, well, the reason why you cannot walk on your right leg is because you have a bone spur. And the bone spur is protruding on your meniscus. And if you try to walk on that leg the way it is, you're facing possibly damage to the meniscus because if you try to put pressure, it's gonna cut into the meniscus, and then we're gonna have to amputate your leg. I was like, amputate what? I said, no, we don't do no amputations. I said, what do you need me to do? She said, what I need you to do is, I'm gonna give you some paperwork to bring to Social Security, okay? And it's gonna start your Social Security disability because I know what kind of work you do. I know you're a supervisor for an inventory company. I know you're on your knees, count stuff, and you climb ladders, count stuff, and blah blah blah. She said, but you're not gonna be able to do that no more. Yo, I was not ready for that. I really wasn't. I was not ready for that because you got to realize, y'all, I've been working since I was 12 years old, right? And to hear my doctor tell me that was it, my days of working for myself it's over with. That hurt. That hurt. It really did. But in the midst of all of that, I was like, okay, all right. Got my head together. And I was like, Lord, you know what's going on. I might know what's happening, but you know what's going on. So I was like, I went home, I told my dad, told my family, told my children. And my dad was like, baby, don't worry about that. The Lord got you. He knew this before you did. It's already been taken care of. He gonna show you what you need to do. So I'm saying all that because, y'all, that was in 2017. Fast forward. I got involved in the travel business, right? Didn't know nothing. Didn't know diddly about the travel business. All I knew was this. When I heard the presentation and my sponsor told me, the person that introduced me to this business told me, he said, you know what? I don't know if you know, but every time you book anything, there's a commission already tied into that price. And y'all, I was always the go-to person. I was always the person that people came to and be like, say, D, look, I want to go to blah, 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 blah. And can you see, what's out there? And, can you blah, 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 blah. And then when it came down to family reunions, I have people in my family that's in, oh man, buku states in the United States. I'm talking about Texas, Kansas, New York, Albuquerque, Canada, of course, Louisiana, right? Texas, who else? Florida. Who we got? Wisconsin. Who we got? Maine. I mean, baby, I got people all over, right? And they used to call me and ask me, could I look for this and look for that? And they wanted rental cars. Not just a hotel stay, they wanted rental cars. And then on top of that, when we have our family reunions, it's always around Essence Fest. Y'all. I did not know that when I would take care of all of these bookings, all of these reservations for hotels, rental cars, and some people want to do excursions. They want to go to City Park to do blah, blah, blah. They want to go over here to the tube. Some people want to do the tubing in the river. Some people want to go on the riverboat Queen. Blah. Look, they did the doggone thing, okay? And I will book it. I did not know that every time. Then I had some people that came in on the train, came in on Amtrak. Y'all, I did not know that every time I booked those reservations for my people, that a commission price was already included in that good price that I was getting for them. I didn't know. I didn't know. So when the person that introduced me to this business told me about all of that, I was like, bruh, I just want my money back. I got involved in this business because I just wanted my money back. That's all. I just wanted my money back. For a year, we have a family reunion every 2 years. It started in 1982. Okay? I just wanted my money back. That's all. I just wanted my money back. And I wanted to capitalize on being able to travel more and pay less. That was my main focus. I didn't care about anything else. I did not. Fast forward right now. No. I'm going to go back. Fast forward to 2020 when the world shut down. Y'all, when the world shut down in 2020, you already know what I'm talking about. I ain't got to say nothing. You know. I had already positioned myself to whereas when the world shut down, I was receiving a residual check from the travel business. We all have residual bills, right? Right. Yes, you do. You got them. Light bill, water bill, gas bill, rent, mortgage, car notes, car insurance. You got residual. They come in whether you want to see them or not, right? And you got to do something about them if you want to continue to do whatever you need to do and have whatever you need to have. Okay. All right. So, bet. I started receiving checks from the travel business in 2020 that took care of three. My little finger is a little short there. But three of my major bills. 3 of my residual major bills. So that meant anything else that I received from other avenues, other streams of income, because I believe that you should have more than one stream of income. I don't believe that you should have one stream of income as far as your job is concerned, because number one, your job is not guaranteed. It's not. Your job can fire you today or tomorrow, or they could downsize today or tomorrow. So I don't believe in putting all my eggs in one basket. So when that happened and I started receiving residual income, I knew I wasn't going nowhere. So I'm gonna fast forward that. Now, like I said in the beginning, I started my travel business in January 2017. Okay? And I want to tell you guys something. I'm gonna fast forward from what I just said up until right now. This is July 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, I have bought vehicles for years. I have. Because I've always been the hustler. I've always been the person that I'm not waiting for somebody to give me something. I'm going to get it. I'm going out there. I'm going to make it work, right? Always been that type of person. Always been the type of person where I know there's more and I'm going to find it. Always have been that type of person. So I want to say this, and I want to encourage you, because like I said earlier, it might not have been tonight, but on a previous video, God is not a respecter of persons. He is a respecter of faith. I knew one thing, that when I got to a place in my life where I surrendered all to the Lord. I did that in 2007. I was at church service, and the man of God was asking everybody in there, what can you give the Lord as a gift to him for the gift that he's given to you? And in my mind, I was like, I'm going to give him my heart. Because when you give somebody a heart, you give them all of you. It's like, I'm going to give him my heart. This was in 2007. I will never forget this. I gave him my heart. You know why I gave him my heart? Because I had given my heart to so many other men that didn't know what to do with it. And they fumbled. And they messed up. But I knew I could trust the Lord. So I gave him my heart in 2007. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you this here. I'm leaving a whole lot of stuff out. Because I'm not trying to be long-winded. Because I can be long-winded. But I'm telling you like this here. This is July 2025. I have bought vehicles. I've been driving since I was 12 years old. I ain't say I was legal, but I've been driving since I was 12 years old, okay? But I'm going to say this. I bought all kind of vehicles because I needed them, right? I had children. I had to get them where they needed to go, and I had to get to where I needed to go because I had to work to make money to take care of them. But every single time that I bought a vehicle, it was based on what I could afford. It was based on my income and what I could afford. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to sit here or lay here and tell you right now, in the presence of the Lord Jesus Christ, July the 4th, 2025, this year, I didn't buy what I could afford money-wise. I saw what I wanted. I did the research from December 2024, because that's when my car got totaled. When somebody ran into my son and totaled my car, I have been researching vehicles from 2024, December 2024, up until July 2025. And when I made up my mind and zeroed in on what I felt in my spirit that the Lord was leading me to do, I went after it. And for the first time in my life, I can lay here and tell you I did not get a vehicle based on what I could afford. I got a vehicle based on what I liked, based on what I wanted. And then it was what I could afford. I am almost 60 years old. And for the first time in my life, I was able to get something that I liked, could see myself driving it, could see me in it. I wanted it, I liked it, and I could afford it. And the Lord gave it to me. The word of God says, the blessings of the Lord maketh one rich, and he added no sorrow to it. I don't have a vehicle, but I'm struggling to pay the car notes. I don't have a vehicle where I got to steal from Peter to pay Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. God is a way maker. He's an awesome wonder. He takes care of his children. He does. Obedience is the qualification that opens the door to favor. So if you're looking for something that you desire, the word of God says that the Lord will give you the desires of your heart, if you delight yourself in him. Make him the prime example, the prime focus of your life. Serve him with joy and gladness. And I promise you, I'm not telling you something somebody told me. I'm telling you what I know for myself. I gave my life to Christ in 1990, and I ain't never looked back. Was it easy? No. Because in the beginning, you're like a baby. And we already know what babies do. They make a lot of mistakes. They fumble. They cry a lot. They hungry. They stink because they poo and pee on themselves. Come on now. But all of that goes into them growing up. And I want to see you guys grow up so the Lord can bless you and give you those things that he has already prepared for you. I ain't no different than you. I ain't no better than you. Like I tell y'all all the time, the Lord is no respecter of persons, but he is a respecter of faith. Don't let the devil trick you out of your faith inheritance. Until the next video.